Chad, what do you get when you get the 5 best home wreckers?
You get right.
Oh, they're coming right out. Yeah, man, here he comes. Woo!
The best home wreckers in the world.
In the world, yeah.
You get the premier off-road record games at Sand Hollow.
And that's where we're at.
Yeah, and it's just absolutely great. Welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Scott Huntsman. Here we are, Sand Hollow. This is an epic event. And I can't believe how many spectators there are here for this.
Well,
I mean,
you know,
this is packed.
The interesting thing, Scott, is that each of these guys that own these wrecking companies have YouTube channels, and they probably make more off their followers on YouTube than they do off their actual off-road recovery. They've become superstars. I know Matt has been able to build his Morvair, which is a Corvair station wagon that's kind of off-road.
Well, and I know the viewers are going to recognize Rory from Moab Motorsports, because we've taken a look at that. He's down here, and several others.
Yeah, that's far away as Minnesota.
Yes, that's pretty cool.
It is. Anyway, it's a different kind of competition because, I don't know how you'd say it, the rules are a little fluid.
The rules are a little fluid. All I see is, you know, the judges walking around with wads of dollar bills. I don't know what that has to do with it, but I think we'll find out.
I think they took their lead from the International Olympic Committee. I'm not sure, but anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on here at the Record Games. We should check some of it out.
Yes, let's do it.
What we're doing is we've got 5 areas set up to do like a dead pull on the beach, then rolling over a rolled vehicle onto its wheels, riding it. Then we've got the welding contest, which we're at right now. Then we had the dyno and the flex ramp. So far, it has been nothing but fun. The best thing about it is the judging, and just everything is just silly. We literally have money to bribe our judges to sway it in our favor, or we can bribe other judges to lose points off other people. It's just hilarious, and it's a lot of fun, and every competitor out here is friends. So none of this is serious or taken seriously. This is bragging rights, and can nudge your friend and go, I whooped you.
Yeah, so we purposely brought people that had audiences because we wanted to put a place where they could interact with their audience, and their audience could come and see them. And it worked out really good, apparently. Obviously, this event is for the fans that come out here. This is what this is for. We don't need to be out here beating our trucks to death. It's fun. I'm glad we're doing it, but we don't need to. But I know that for me and a lot of the other, like the social media influencers, whatever, they're here, and that's what they want to do, is be out here and meet their fans and just I don't know, just get to know them and thank them. I know that a lot of that's going on.
Whoa! Holy moly cow!
That's how it's done.
You know, when I went,
didn't that belong to you? Wasn't that your vehicle?
Yeah, well, I just was checking to see if the driver was still in it, you know.
I think he got it back on its wheels, okay, you know.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, there's a lot more of the Record Games going on, and we're going to find out about it in a few minutes. Right now, though, it's time to go to this story. You know what, Scott? That guy is twisted.
Yes, he is. We call that pretzel. That's a pretzel job right there. Isn't that thing cool?
It is.
I think it's bad.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are down here at the premier Record Games in Sand Hollow in southern Utah.
You know, I almost feel like Howard Cosell.
Yes.
You know,
sometimes you even sound like Howard Cosell.
Exactly. We're here covering the off-road Record Games, a phenomenal event. And here we go at the Flex Station.
You know what really amazes me about these guys? all their wreckers look like they're junk on the cab.
Yeah, right.
But when you look at them and you see, oh, they got 4-wheel steering and they got reduction gears, it's a totally different deal.
You know, and I'm pretty impressed with that because that's actually leaf springs on that old truck. And it's got big like 70 series axles under it. That thing is built, and hey, that's very impressive. He did really well.
Yeah.
Well, it is cool, but you know, I like the nostalgic look.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Let's find out some of the other things that are going on right now at the record games.
Very, very diverse. Yeah, very diverse team. So BSF Recovery's out of Wisconsin. I call him the OG of off-road recovery on YouTube. He's had his channel out for 9 or 10 years. He's very well respected in his community, very active in the 4x4 community where he's from. Great team. We became friends with them through YouTube, and that happens a lot. So Merlin, he used to be on a TV show, Welder Up. He's just a really brilliant fabricator, engine builder. I didn't even know him, but when we started to promote this event, I just see all these comments. Merlin, you need to invite Merlin, you need to invite Merlin. So I always heard that there was somebody out to Moab that would have my videos on inside their shop, in the lobby of their shop. And it turned out it was Rory. When I met Rory, we just kind of hit it off because he's out there doing what I'm doing. He's problem solving. You can take a class on off-road recovery and they won't cover any of the real world. A Subaru wedged into nasty half, there's no course to take for that. You have to figure it out. And Rory's really good at it. Paul from Fab Rats, me and Paul go way back. We spent a decade going after each other in Demolition Derby, and we became friends through that. And Paul was always awesome to run against because no matter how hard you went after him, he would never whine. So we always knew that no matter what, at the end of the Derby, we were gonna have a good time and we were gonna be okay. And if we needed to up our game, we'll bring more game next time. And that was awesome. It's really fun to run against somebody with that attitude.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are at the Off-Road Record Games. Scott and I have been enjoying a lot of the tongue-in-cheek. However, you can't see this. This is a family show. Anyway, one of the competitions...
BSF Recovery, that's what it is.
That's exactly.
BSF Recovery.
So one of the competitions here is a welding project. And everybody has to weld trophies for the other contestants.
Yep.
Okay, so BSF does not have an onboard welder, but they're going to make up for it with old school know-how.
Old school technique.
Now you say this actually can be done.
It can be done, yes.
Have you ever done it?
I have not personally tried with batteries, and you know, I think based upon this, I'm going to try. I'm going to do this someday at the shop and just play with it. But the old school technique is series wire, 3 12-volt batteries. You got 36 volts, DC, stick weld, strike your arc, away you go.
All right.
He's going to do it.
Eric's,
we're going to see how it's done.
Eric's pretty confident he can pull it off. Let's go check it out.
Okay.
I've never installed a welder on this truck. Simply because in my neck of the woods, we just tow them out. We don't fix them on the trail. We just tow them back to camp. So when they had a welding competition here, I thought to myself, what am I going to do? And an old school trick came to mind, and that was using batteries, 3 batteries in series, and welding that way. I had never tried it. I welded lots of other ways. I'd never tried it off of batteries, but I thought, you know what? Let's give it a whirl. So That's what we did down there. And apparently the Miller guys were very, very impressed. We built the wrecker about 14 years ago and started a YouTube channel just to support the wrecker, just to make enough money to keep it running. This is where we're at now. It's totally amazing. I cannot believe it.
This really is an amazing event, and there are so many spectators. The guys that are running these trucks, I mean, I'm fascinated by it.
You need your own YouTube page, Scott. You could become a big star just like those guys.
Well, I guess I better get a tow truck, somehow jack it up,
Yeah.
put some kind of an engine that's going to make, you know, like 3,000 horsepower or something.
Why don't you
in it.
just, no, you don't have to do tow truck. Just get a tune-up machine,
Okay.
you know, so you can.
Something we can just kind of
like
tune on the
an
fly.
engine analyzer and put it in a great big truck and say off-road engine tune X.
I think you're onto something here. There we go.
Right now, let's go check out this story. It may be a little more down to earth. Okay, Scott, you think this thing's all laid out for you and all nice and neat, and then all of a sudden, decisions. You got to pick something.
Exactly. Yes. It's a free-for-all show. It is something going on at every single station, every one of those events. It's great. I'm having a great time.
I know, you're like a kid.
I am. I'm a little kid in the candy store.
That's right. At Your Leisure is here at the very first Off-Road Record Games down in Sand Hollow, southern Utah, just right by the Nevada border. And, you know, they got a lot of food here. And that's the nice thing about outdoor events in Utah. Always lots of food.
The smoking tacos are smelling really good right now. I think I'm gonna have to be all over
Smoking
these.
tacos. Cheech and Chong actually run that.
Okay.
Anyway, you know, this has been just a really entertaining event. They have to make it entertaining because these 5 wrecker companies have big followings.
Oh yeah.
They're like their own television network.
They are.
And so their fans come up to see them and drive all the way across the country. Where'd you say that guy was from today?
Virginia.
Virginia.
I talked to somebody from Virginia
Drove out here for this thing.
just for this.
They expect to be entertained the way they're used to on their videos.
Oh yeah, it's great. I absolutely immense. This is gonna grow.
Oh yeah.
I know this is gonna really go crazy, and these guys are gonna have more participants. People are gonna build rigs just to compete in this.
Yes. But I think they do need to be a tow company legit.
Okay.
So get your wrecker license from whatever state you're in. You don't have to use it, but at least have it. I think it's time for us to get some food.
Oh, let's do it. I'm
Big
starving.
choices. You check out next week's show.
All right.
Well, that's all the time we have for the show this week. We got to go out with Matt on a real recovery.
Hey, nothing better than riding along with Matt and Lizzie right now and this big old bad boy. I think this is cool.
Right. Remember, there's adventure on every bend.
Remember, get out and create your own at your leisure.
Woo! Wild card, crazy man,